One criticism many Ferguson residents harbor is that the media covering the unrest over the past year has painted the wrong picture of their community.
They make it seem like everybody out here just starting chaos, acting like maniacs. They talk about people shooting, but they don't talk about the positive things that's out here going on.
Resident Kenneth Wheat agrees and says it's due in part to the fact that the protests have drawn outsiders who confronted his own family at a local market last year.
Yelling, screaming, cursing, pushing people, and that was the one side that most of the American world hadn't seen. You know, most folks assumed that we were the ones who were pushing them around and were yelling.
He decided to protect the reputation of his friends, his neighbors, his community. To do that, Wheat says he got more involved. One way is volunteering at the I Love Ferguson store, located not far from the Ferguson Police Department. Wheat says he isn't alone, and that to him, one example of the positive change in Ferguson is how 1 year later, more of the community is getting involved.
I volunteer because I want people to know about Ferguson and that we're a friendly, loving community, not at all what was portrayed.
Jacqueline Damer works alongside Wheat and 23 other volunteers at the store, which gives the profits it generates from the sale of Ferguson merchandise back to the community. She says much of the money has gone to help businesses damaged in last year's violence.
We've given over $100,000 to various businesses.
While daytime shines light on some of those new storefronts and the change underway in Ferguson a year after Michael Brown's death, nightfall brings the protests and the media back to the streets and the unwelcome narrative that this place remains a dangerous tinderbox.
They're gonna lock you up!
Kane, Farabaugh, VOA News, Ferguson, Missouri.